Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're just going to go over a couple of new items that I've added to the collection. Right guys, so excuse me for not being in my usual half of a uniform anyway. It's currently 500 million degrees in the UK, so I'm baking just being in the room. But anyway, let's cover some of these items. So the first thing I got for you is I got hold of another M44 field pack. So this was a trade I did with one of my mates. He had this little fair where he was selling it, and that's in basically completely unmolested condition. That hasn't been converted into a 45 or anything. So I can add this to my late war stash and can use this and get rid of one of the 45 packs that I got. So that's a decent little find. Quite heavily faded, but you can still see, I don't know on the camera actually, if you can still see the US on the front there. But yeah, nice little find, no tears or anything really. So that will be added to the late war impression. Alright, next up, off the same mate of mine, I got a couple more of the utility straps. These are for what go on the pack boards, and I buy these on site regardless of how many I've got because they're just useful things. They're post-war straps, so they're slightly different in that they've got this hole at the end of them with the little bit of whatever you'd call that, for I can never remember the name. But once you take this off, they're essentially identical to the wartime ones, maybe a slightly darker shade of OD, but considering how rare wartime straps are, it's just not an issue. So I've got a couple more of these, so I can use these on the vehicle or on the pack board. I've still got a pack board waiting to be restored, so that'll be useful on that. Right then guys, so next up I've got a sleeping bag cover. This is a 45 dated cover. I got this off another one of my friends cheap. He got it in a job lot of stuff that he bought for something else. And this is not in the best of shape. Well, at least half of the snaps or poppers, whatever you want to call them, are broken off. So you can see, like, if I can get it on the camera, see the tear out there where it's been pulled out, and next one along's gone as well, if you can just see it, my finger there. So, yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do with this. You can see the snaps on the other side. If I bring that right up to the camera, they've kind of torn out and they got stuck inside their other bit. So I'll see if I can get them separated and see if there's a way to, I don't know, patch this and then remount the snaps or something. But this is not really going to matter. So what we're going to use this for is I'll either use this as a ground sheet next to the bed when we set up an officer's tent, or I'll just put the actual wool sleeping bag bit inside it and have it on the bed itself. So even with the snaps bust, it's a perfectly usable piece, and he didn't want a lot of money for it because it is not in the best of shape. So yeah, that's 45 dated, so nice, just a nice bit of kit that will go in the big officer's bedroll that I've got set up. Right guys, so now with some of the more interesting items, starting with this, and I'm probably going to get abuse because this is the internet. So what we have here is an airborne rigger pouch. Most of you would know that on site. Yes, I do have an airborne impression. No, you haven't seen it yet. At some point you will. I just know how it comes across on the internet. Everyone does 101st, blah blah blah. Yeah, alright, whatever. Either way, despite who does and doesn't do it, want my airborne impression to be as good as I can make it. Now, these rigger pouches are from a little place called HTC. You can find them online in the UK. It's just one bloke that makes them. And I'm going to use these to replace my cane canvas rigger pouches, which are rubbish, really. These are extremely nice, and having these next to the original general purpose bag I've got, you can see that before the general purpose bag faded, that would have basically been exactly this colour. So I reckon these are going to look a lot better. And what I'm going to do is make a video comparing these to the K canvas ones, which is what a lot of people here in the UK would have. So you will be seeing some airborne content in the future. If that's going to make you vomit, I suggest you unsubscribe now. Right then, so another item. Again, off another one of my friends. A nice original Musette bag. Well, I say nice, it's in pretty rough shape. I mean, I'm going to stand up and I'm just going to bring this closer to the camera so you can get a proper look at this. And if I just come around. There you go. So you can see this is pretty grimy. Got some holes in it. A lot of oil and muck is on it. Missing one of the buckle ends on the strap here. The button on the side is completely gone. I'll see if I can do something about that or not. the linkages on down here are all rusted up. See if we can just get that in the camera. There you go. See, it's pretty corroded, so I'll try and clean that up a bit. And it's very grimy, but it's in pretty good condition really, and because of the state of it, didn't pay loads of, because these are mega expensive in really nice condition. Just bring that up there, you can just about see some remnants of some markings there, and inside everything is fine. Now that is a bit tatty, but that doesn't matter because this is perfect condition for me to be able to fit it on the Jeep and not have to worry about wrecking a really immaculate original example. So once I've tidied this up a bit, get it in some water with a little bit of soap in it, just try and get some of the oil out and just get some of the grime off. Clean it up a bit, I won't bother painting it, might treat the verdigris there just to get that off. And then that will look really nice in the Jeep. So this is a really nice little piece that I wasn't expecting to get. Right, so lastly, I got a couple of manuals. I again got these off the same chap that I got the M44 field bag from. So these are cool. I pick up these manuals basically whenever I can. I'll bring this up to the camera and show you what we got here. So here we are, a nice basic field manual for first aid. I actually thought one of my other friends would want this because as part of our display we're looking at doing a medical tent, and this will be perfect for that, but he didn't want to buy it, so I bought it instead. And I haven't had a read through it yet. Get the tab out of there. That's got some nice bits and pieces in there. It's in very good condition. So it's going to be an interesting read. Looking forward to just going through that. I can't quite make out what this writing is on the top, but that doesn't matter. And then the next one up is the one I wanted. So you got your basic field manual. So this is really cool. This is like a more in-depth version of that reproduction one I got for doing the haversack and everything, and it covers just basically all sorts of stuff, including some weapons cleaning. That's got all that haversack stuff in that was in that other repro manual I got. That's got positions and parade stuff in it, all sorts of marking information. This is a really nice little book, so if any of you can get hold of one of these, I recommend it. Right, so that's all I got for you today. I just had a little bit of time to make a video. I know content's been very slow lately. There's just a lot going on, but that will change. There's some things going on behind the scenes which might make for some interesting content in the future, but I won't go into that now. We've got a lot of ideas for videos at the minute that I want to do. We'll be doing the proper review of the rigger pouches. We'll be doing the entire assembly of the 101st, well not 101st, but the generic paratrooper weapon for you, which some of you will like and some of you will go mad about, no doubt. Just bits and pieces. I've got to finish the haversack stuff off and try and get some footage of the displays. I have been taking footage at displays, but the reason I haven't shown you is because I haven't got the camera set up properly and learned how to use it to a point where I'm happy to show you what I've got. But I think I'm just about there, so we'll see. Might even get some stuff for you tomorrow because I'm doing a little show tomorrow with just the Jeep. So yeah, there will be stuff coming. Apologies that content has slowed down. It won't stop. It's just that there's a lot going on at the minute, so you've got to do it as and when I can. So anyway, I hope you like these little items that I got, and you'll be seeing more of them in the future, and I'll hopefully see you soon.